Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Carol's Books and Storytime. I've got something for you today about mistakes. Now, we all make mistakes, but sometimes we don't admit that we've made a mistake. And it's important that we do, because often not admitting to mistakes can lead to a lot of trouble. So this is a story, and it's like a little parable, okay? Daddy, I can't get the right answer, complained Richard. I get the same answer every time I try it, but it isn't right. How do you know it isn't right? Asked his father. Because I have the answer book, answered Richard. Well, said his father, maybe the answer book's wrong. No, it's never wrong, replied Richard, but I can't get the answer that's in the book. Richard was doing his homework and had it all finished except this one maths problem. Bedtime came and he went to bed. The next morning he tried it again, but he still got the same answer. Soon the arithmetic class started, and Richard was a little embarrassed to be forced to admit he couldn't get the right answer to this question. Usually he had his arithmetic all right. Well, Richard, said the teacher, suppose you go to the chalkboard and you do the problem. Maybe we can see what you did wrong. When he worked the problem out on the board, he got the same wrong answer. Explain what you did, said the teacher. Richard did, and then the teacher listened. Finally he said, I can't see anything wrong with your work. Let's do it together. They did it, and again got the same answer. Then the teacher said, Okay, Richard, let's leave it for now, and let's try again tomorrow. That night, Richard worked for a long time on the problem. He didn't want to admit that he couldn't do it. Finally, he was convinced that he had not made any mistakes whatsoever. And before going to bed, he wrote a letter to the publishers of the answer book and showed them his work. He told them that he thought that they had made a mistake. He wanted them to study the question and see what the correct answer was. A few days later, he received an answer. It read something like this. Dear Richard, thank you for drawing our attention to a mistake in our answer book. We have checked and rechecked, and your answer is absolutely correct. We're sorry that we made this mistake and hope it has not caused too many inconveniences. Our sincere congratulations to you, an 11-year-old boy, for your alertness and keenness of mind in detecting this error. Sincerely yours, the publishers. No doubt it was embarrassing for the publishers to admit a mistake, especially when it was a boy who had found it. Their willingness to admit that they'd made an error and their eagerness to correct it made this company a greater company. Anyone who is willing to admit making a mistake and who is eager to correct that error is greater than the one who will admit no errors. It takes courage to admit to making a mistake. And I hope you learned a lesson from that.